Good morning, students. Welcome to your biology class. I'm talking to you after a long time, and there has been a big gap. Anyway, in the meanwhile, you have given your 10th board exams, you have qualified also, and you have cleared your first step of life. So, congratulations to all of you. And proceeding towards the next class, next level, I welcome you to the biology class and of course to class 11th. So this is a book, Biology. It is by V Singh and DK Jain. Okay, so we'll take the introduction today of the book. So first I would like to tell you about the syllabus. The syllabus is like this. You have to, means earlier in 10th standard, what you were doing, it was about means the question paper was of 80 marks, the theory paper, whereas your practical was of 20 marks, right? But in 11th and 12th you will have your 70 marks theory paper, whereas the 30 marks will be for your practicals. So you can score better here because 30 marks are for practical. So you can see here, this is diversity of a living organism. This is the first unit. It carries 9 marks. Okay, so these are units are given: structural organization of in animals and plants, cell structure and function, plant physiology, human physiology. These are the units. Inside each unit there are many chapters, but this whole is these are the 5 units are there. Okay, so 5 units they are having this 11 marks are there, 15 marks, 17, 18, and total is 70 marks. So most of the questions will come from human physiology, so you have to prepare human physiology properly. Anyway, means the marks are divided equally, only less marks are for diversity in living organism. So we'll see one by one. So your first chapter is diversity in living organism. So in this diversity, as you can see that there are so many things which are written here. Like first chapter is your living word. What is living? Need of classification, 3 domains of life, taxonomy and systematics. So why I am showing you this, because you have to go through these topics only. There are several topics which are covered inside the chapter, but it is not necessary that they are in the syllabus. So that is why it is written over here, syllabus. Syllabus means you have to only go through these headings. You will have lot of things, means if you want to read those things for your knowledge, you can go through that. Okay, nobody is going to stop you for that. But if you are strictly following the syllabus of ICSE, only these headings are given and you have to go through these headings only, right? So in the living word, this many headings will be covered. Biological classification, this many things will be covered. Then you are having this, you can see here it's written life cycles not required, means when you go through these chapters, so yahan pe aapke life cycles are not required, right? Then plant kingdom is there, animal kingdom, and these are the means chapters which are covered. Then second unit comes likewise, we'll see this one by one. So I'm moving to the first chapter. First chapter you are having, it is the living word. Okay, so in living word, first one is, means we'll start with biology, and in this chapter introductory phase I'll give you first you see this living word again written here, and you are having syllabus over here. One more syllabus heading is given here. Whenever you go through the chapter, you please see this. This is same as what I told you in the previous pages. This is almost same. So you have to see, if you are not seeing there again and again, in the front of every chapter you are having this type of syllabus. So you have to read this and you have to see each and every heading, and after seeing the heading only you can proceed for the chapter, that is it required or it is coming in your syllabus or not. Okay, so first they have defined biology. Biology, as you know, you are studying from first standard in a form of science. But from 6th standard the science has again been divided into 3 parts: biology, physics and chemistry. So biology is totally the study of living organism, be it a plant, or an animal or a human being or a single celled organism, multicellular organism, wherever there is talk about a life, we always include those things in biology, right? So in biology we are having, there is a lot of diversity. There are different type of plants, insects, also animals. You can see there are a lot many species of many things. So we have to study these things one by one according to the headings. We'll not see each and every insect and every animal or every plant. There are some headings which include all the things which are of similar type, right? So we'll go through those one by one. So first, this is a chapter, living organism. This only covers that what are the properties of living organism. Now what is a living organism? They have defined it. A living organism is primarily physiochemical material that demonstrate high degree of complexity. So what are they saying? Physiochemical material, मतलब जो आपकी बॉडी है दैट इज़ टोटली composed of, means these are the physical and the chemical components which together form a human body or any living organism. And it also shows a high degree of complexity. Complexity means if you talk of a single cell, you will say what a single cell is doing. There is no complexity in that, but there too it is a complex system inside a single cell also, because a single cell, it is having nucleus of its own, then mitochondria is there, ribosomes are there, Golgi bodies are there, lysosomes are there. There are so many minute cell organelles which are present inside the cell, and they themselves are doing a lot of work, which shows that there is complexity inside a single cell also. And if you talk of a higher organism, means a higher living organism, you can see that there are, means a huge elephant, even the human beings, a big tree. There is a lot of complexity in the things and the systems which are managing whole life. So there is high degree of complexity. It is capable of self regulation. सेल्फ रेगुलेशन का मतलब होता है कि जो भी ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो अपने आप को अपने आप ही रेगुलेट कर सकता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि मीन्स आवर बॉडी इज़ नॉट गवर्नड बाय समबडी एल्स, वी कैन रेगुलेट आवर बॉडी, राइट. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड, ऐसे ही आपका सिंगल सेल्ड ऑर्गेनिज्म भी होता है दैट कैन रेगुलेट इट्स बॉडी इटसेल्फ. ओके. पजेसेस मेटाबॉलिज्म, मीन्स मेटाबॉलिज्म होता ही है, हमारे बॉडी में बहुत सारे केमिकल रिएक्शंस चल रहे हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड मेटाबॉलिज्म. एंड परपेचुएट्स itself through time. Perpetuates itself means reproduction, है ना. reproduction जो है that is the major part which a living organism shows, so that its race is means continuously moving on. अदरवाइज़ क्या होगा, अगर आपका एक ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो अगर रिप्रोड्यूस नहीं करता है तो क्या होगा कि वो लाइफ वहीं पर फिनिश हो जाती है, मतलब आपको वो चीज़ दोबारा देखने को मिलेगी ही नहीं, है ना. तो लाइक दिस वे ओनली द प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स देयर आर sexual asexual method of reproduction, and by that they are perpetuating their life or their type in the form of the organism ahead. So this is a text about this all. Then living organism, they are composed of a highly structural array of macromolecules. Now what are macromolecules? These are आपके nucleic acid हो गए, polysaccharides हो गए, and in the smaller ones, proteins and lipids, you know, these are macromolecules. You've studied this in 9th standard also, 10th standard also, that we are having macromolecule. macromolecule का मतलब होता है बड़े molecules, ठीक है. तो आपके जो प्रोटीन्स होते हैं वो बहुत बड़े मॉलिक्यूल हैं, उसका छोटा स्ट्रक्चर क्या होता है, एमिनो एसिड्स होते हैं. ऐसे ही लिपिड्स हो गए, तो व्हेन दे लिपिड्स दे ब्रेक डाउन, तो लिपिड एक बड़ा मॉलिक्यूल हो गया, बड़ा स्ट्रक्चर होता है इसका, एंड इफ इट ब्रेक डाउन इट ब्रेक्स इनटू फैटी एसिड एंड ग्लिसरॉल, राइट. देन न्यूक्लिक एसिड्स हो गए आपका, डीएनए, आरएनए, पॉलीसेकेराइड्स हो गए, है ना. पॉलीसेकेराइड्स आपके शुगर्स हो गए. शुगर जब बहुत सारे शुगर्स मिलते हैं तो दे फॉर्म, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड पॉलीसेकेराइड. ओके. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स जो होते हैं, और जब वो टूटेगा कार्बोहाइड्रेट तो वो क्या करेगा, शुगर में ब्रेक डाउन होगा. सो एनीवे द बॉडी इज़ कंपोज्ड ऑफ मैनी मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स, एंड व्हेन डाइजेशन टेक्स प्लेस, मेटाबॉलिज्म टेक्स प्लेस, तो क्या होता है कि ये मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल्स दीज अगेन ब्रेक डाउन टू द माइनर कंस्टिट्यूएंट्स, right. So go through the text here. Then we are having next is a characteristic of living organism. This living organism characteristics you are studying from first standard. They grow, they breathe, they walk, like this, and all these things are only in 11th standard. These are the only properties of the living organism, but these properties are discussed in a means covering a vast area. So we'll see this one by one. First is nutrition. For nutrition, there are two type of organism which are taking nutrition from different sources. One is your autotrophs, you can see here this autotrophs, green plant, and the other is heterotrophs. Autotrophs क्या होते हैं? Green plants you are studying from your this lower classes also, that autotrophs मतलब जो अपना खाना खुद ही बना लेते हैं, and वो कौन बनाते हैं? Green plants बनाते हैं. So green plants, they are called the autotrophs because they make their own food, and heterotrophs are the organism which depend on somebody else for their food. और वो somebody else कौन होता है? Autotrophs होते हैं, है ना. तो हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, डायरेक्टली या इनडायरेक्टली क्या करते हैं, हम प्लांट पे ही डिपेंड होते हैं. जितने भी हेटेरोट्रॉप्स होते हैं वो क्या होते हैं, डायरेक्टली या इनडायरेक्टली प्लांट पे ही डिपेंड होते हैं अपने खाने के लिए. सो न्यूट्रिशन, फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज दिस, फर्स्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इन दिस हेटेरोट्रॉप एंड ऑटोट्रॉप्स, यू नो, these are the type of modes of nutrition means. Okay, then metabolism, this also I you know what is metabolism. So metabolism क्या होता है कि आपके बॉडी में फिर से वही मैक्रो मॉलिक्यूल्स, आई जस्ट नाउ आई टोल्ड यू दैट योर बॉडी इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ सो मैनी मॉलिक्यूल्स, और उन सबको बोलते हैं बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स. कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स हो गए, प्रोटीन्स हो गए, लिपिड्स हो गए, दीज आर कॉल्ड द मैक्रो मॉलिक्यूल्स, बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स. ओके, then there are several reactions going on inside our body which are called the chemical reactions or the metabolic reactions, and these reactions only convert your macromolecules into micromolecules. I hope you can distinguish between macromolecules and micromolecules. Macro means जो बड़ा यूनिट है, ठीक है. अगर आपके बहुत सारे एमिनो एसिड्स जुड़ के प्रोटीन बना रहे हैं तो प्रोटीन इज़ अ मैक्रोमॉलिक्यूल, और जो छोटे यूनिट्स हैं उसके क्या हैं, एमिनो एसिड्स हैं, तो एमिनो एसिड विल बी योर माइक्रोमॉलिक्यूल, है ना. तो ये छोटे मॉलिक्यूल्स जो हैं दे आर क्लबिंग टुगेदर टू फॉर्म अ मैक्रोमॉलिक्यूल. सिमिलरली वी आर हैविंग कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स. इन कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स वी आर हैविंग ग्लूकोज, शुगर, ग्लूकोज हो गया, फ्रक्टोज हो गया, लैक्टोज हो गया. देयर आर सो मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ शुगर्स. इन 9th स्टैंडर्ड यू हैव गॉन थ्रू इफ यू रिमेंबर. सो दीज शुगर्स व्हेन कंबाइंड टुगेदर दे फॉर्म पॉलीसेकेराइड्स. पॉलीसेकेराइड्स का मतलब कार्बोहाइड्रेट. पॉलीसेकेराइड आपका एक बहुत बड़ा स्टार्च होता है ना. सेल्यूलोज हो गया. तो ये सारे के सारे क्या करते हैं, जब ये बहुत सारे यूनिट्स क्या होते हैं शुगर के क्लब हो जाते हैं टुगेदर, then they form the macromolecule, that is your polysaccharide. Got it? So these are digested by the metabolic reactions which are going inside our body. Then these all metabolic reactions do not take place inside the non-living organism, right? This is written here, no non-living organism exhibits metabolism. Next one is your respiration. Again respiration you have gone through in 9th standard if you remember. So 9th standard में जो respiration आपने पढ़ा था उसमें आप क्या पढ़ रहे थे, ह्यूमन बॉडी में when you take in oxygen, that oxygen is given to the blood. हीमोग्लोबिन जो होता है दैट इज़ द कैरियर ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, इट टेक्स ऑक्सीजन टू द होल बॉडी. तो आपका जो ऑक्सीजन जा रहा है उसने जाके करना क्या है, it is taken to every cell, it moves to every cell where there is one unit. हर एक सेल में क्या होती है, एक यूनिट, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड माइट्रोकॉन्ड्रिया. तो माइट्रोकॉन्ड्रिया क्या करता है, it releases energy, it oxidizes the food, and after oxidizing the food the energy is released in the form of ATP. तो respiration basically क्या होता है, when the energy is released in the form of ATP it is called respiration. Okay, so all the this living organism they exhibit respiration, and respiration here they have given ATP. The full form is adenosine triphosphate, and this is the compound which means stores energy. ATP एक ऐसा कंपाउंड है कि मतलब आपके बॉडी में ATP के ही फॉर्म में एनर्जी क्या होती है, स्टोर्ड रहती है, ठीक है. सो रेस्पिरेशन ये भी आपके सिर्फ लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म में ही पाया जाता है, नॉट इन द नॉन लिविंग वन. Then next is irritability. Irritability means it is a response to the external stimuli or consciousness. Means how much aware you are about the things that are happening outside. Means आपका जो environment है उससे आपको जो effect हो रहा है that will be called a stimulus. फिर आपकी body जो उसके लिए करती है that is called the response. सो अगर आपको गर्मी लग रही है, गर्मी के बाद स्वेटिंग हो रही है बहुत ज़्यादा, तो गर्मी लग रही है तो धूप जो सनलाइट है दैट इज़ द स्टिमुलस फॉर यू, right? And if your body is sweating, it means your body is giving response in a form of sweat, right? So similarly we are having plants also. आपने touch me not का plant देखा होगा, आप छूते हैं उसको तो बंद हो जाता है ना. तो दीज आर द रिस्पॉन्सेज इन द प्लांट्स ऑल्सो. फिर आपका यू हैव सीन एनिमल्स ऑल्सो, दे रिस्पॉन्ड टू द थिंग्स. अगर आप बहुत ज़्यादा लाइट चमकाओ है ना, तो काफ़ी सारे नॉक्टोरल एनिमल्स होते हैं. नॉक्टोरल मतलब जो रात को ही आना पसंद करते हैं. तो इफ़ यू फ्लैश लाइट ऑन देम, they will disperse here and there. So this is the response of all the living organism to different things. प्लांट में सनफ्लावर हो गया, सनफ्लावर जहाँ पे सन जाता है तो इट फेसेस दैट साइड. तो दिस इज द रिस्पॉन्स ऑफ अ प्लांट टूवर्ड्स द स्टिमुलस, राइट. द सनलाइट इसमें स्टिमुलस का काम कर रही है और सनफ्लावर फेस कर रहा है सनलाइट की तरह, तो वो उसका रिस्पॉन्स है. सो इरिटेबिलिटी मतलब कोई भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म जब बाहर के स्टिमुलस के लिए रिस्पॉन्स करता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड इरिटेबिलिटी, राइट. Then next one is your movement. Movement is again a very important characteristic activity which is shown only by the living organism. अभी इसमें आप कहेंगे प्लांट्स तो मूव नहीं कर रहे हैं, वो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म है, लेकिन उसके प्लांट के बॉडी के अंदर मूवमेंट चल रहा है, पानी का, खाने का. देयर आर सेवरल टाइप ऑफ मूवमेंट्स विच आर गोइंग ऑन. एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू दैट इफ यू टच मी नॉट प्लांट, इट विल शो सम मूवमेंट, इट विल क्लोज इट्स लीव्स, right. Then sunflower is moving towards the sun, it is showing some movement. So this type of movement, although you can see that the plant is standing at its place only, it is not moving somewhere else, means it is not covering any physical distance, but then also it is having some movement inside the body. And in the living, means in the human beings and animals, you can see movement very clearly. They move about in search of food or to protect themselves from the enemies. So movement is also shown. Then growth, आपको पता ही है, growth तो होती रहती है ना. In all the living organism there is a growth. The height increases, your body increases. You were a child when you were born, and after that you are growing to a ह्यूज पर्सन, है ना, एक एडल्ट आप बन जाते हैं. तो दिस ग्रोथ मीन्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ सेल इज गोइंग ऑन. सेल डिविजन 10th में आपने पढ़ा है. तो सेल डिवाइड होते रहते हैं और आपकी बॉडी क्या कर रही है, ग्रो करती जा रही है. देन अडेप्टेशन इज देयर, कि आपकी बॉडी क्या कर रही है, इट इज़ रिस्पॉन्ड अडेप्टिंग टूवर्ड्स द एनवायरनमेंट. जो भी एनवायरनमेंट आप जिसमें रह रहे हैं उसके लिए आपकी बॉडी क्या करती है, अपने आप को अडेप्ट करने की कोशिश करती है टू दैट एनवायरनमेंट. ओके. Today I am taking this much only, so please go through the text. It's very easy. You have read it from first standard, second standard also, so you just need to go through the text. Rest of the portion I'll take in my next lecture. Thank you.